you been clean?
3.5 years.
And so you only smoke weed?
Pretty much.
Okay, guys, so Johnny is going to prove to us today that she is no longer a crackhead.
Because
okay, and she
come with me?
I don't want to come with you.
I'm just saying.
Do you want to go? You want to go pee with her? Okay, so our makeup artist on set, what's your name? Bree, the makeup artist, is gonna go with Johnny to take this drug test because she says she is not a crackhead anymore.
You know, because crackheads really do be doing too much.
Yeah, and then we're gonna come back and talk about Johnny's. Your ex-boyfriend said that you was a crackhead, basically, right?
Yeah, probably his dad used it.
You know, when you are looking for viral clickbait content, you do stupid stuff. And when you do stupid stuff, you earn stupid prizes. And this is one of those moments where Meghan James and Johnny Blaze have earned stupid prizes. Because not only was his idea stupid and dumb, now your feelings are hurt, Johnny Blaze. This makes no sense to me. Unless you're still trying to play a game behind the scenes. And we know that on the internet, people do the most malice things to get viral content and get views and get attention. Because we know attention is now currency. We're going to break the situation down, because Meghan James and Johnny Blaze are supposedly meant to be good friends. And, Meghan James, who the interviewer, the one that said, do you want to do a drugs test, is also in on this collude with Johnny Blaze, who they both organized for Johnny Blaze to be asked to do a test for drugs on her interview. So before people get wild and get angry and get mad in the dunya, okay, and get crazy up in here, this was actually a collaboration. It was scripted. And unfortunately, the script wasn't funny and the script wasn't amazing. The script wasn't great. And so people turned against it. People didn't like it. And now they're dragging Meghan James like MJ dragged Billie Jean. Okay? All right? They are dragging MJ like MJ dragged Billie Jean. It's not my lover. Okay, let me stop that. But the real aspect of this situation is we are in a generation where people are doing too much for attention. Okay, I'm going to show you some evidences that were put on Instagram and some of the conversation that Meghan James and Johnny Blaze have had. They can still be playing us, by the way. They can still be trying to drive up attention right now. But Meghan James is getting the majority of the brunt of madness because they're calling her somebody who's a mean girl. Now, is that true? I don't know. I mean, but she's had history. There's some things that she's done in the past which weren't too great. She said some things which weren't too smart and educated of her. So, I'm not going to say... I'm not going to say that, that she's free from controversy, but I am going to say that, listen, dumb ideas deserve dumb prizes. Listen, before we go any further, like it, share, subscribe, click on that bell button for the notification of the what? Uploads, baby. And for those of you who are returnees, read what's on my top. What does it say? Mineral gang, because that's what we are around here, baby. Make sure you grab your merchandise down below, okay? No. Stop playing with me. Stop playing with me. Grab your merchandise down below. Why you ain't got your hoodie? Why you ain't got your t-shirt? You understand? Yeah? All right, let's get into this. But listen, we're going to break it all the way down, and we're going to talk a little bit about Meghan James and Johnny Blaze. Let's get to some evidences that were coming up into conversation, because there was obviously some beef that happened behind the scenes. Meghan James obviously replied. I might do a separate video for Meghan James reply, because she had a whole discourse in the chat of the Shade Room, etc., etc. But let's have a little quick conversation of this. So let's go here. And let me bring this to you as well so you guys can see, all right? Don't worry about me standing up. Don't worry about me standing up, baby, okay? It's help my vocals out so you can see me better. So you can see me better. That last one was slightly a little bit dull, but don't worry about it. We're going to get it. Look, Meghan James speaks out after having Johnny Blaze take a drug test during a recent interview. Why wasn't y'all this mad at Judge Mathis? Now, sis, let me just tell you straight. What people don't like you to do is try to deflect. If it's you, it's you. Don't worry about Judge Mathis. If it's you, it's you. Okay? This is one of those moments where you can say, listen, when we do it, when you do it, nobody says something. But when I do it, it's a problem. This ain't one of those moments. Okay? Meghan James puts, y'all are quick to say something, but never, what the frick? Y'all are always quick to say something, but never, frick's sake. The English is not Englishing. And I thought it was me, but when I'm reading it, it's wrong. Y'all are always quick to say something, but never, y'all never know what goes on behind the scenes. Girls be so fake, and this is why I don't do favors. Johnny HMU, I don't know what that means, HMU. I'm getting older. So 5,000 times asking me to interview her, and would also hit up mutual friends to ask if I could interview her. So upon dropping her single with Neo, she asked me again, and I was like, and quote unquote, I think she goes on, and this is a little bit of the video.
You should. Why not?
Take that phone real quick, D. Go ahead.
This is them planning their little thingy.
It's 2-6.
And we got to start in 4 minutes so that we get our good 30 minutes in.
Okay, so then obviously this text comes through. Hey, I don't have Meghan number. I lost my page, so I can hit her. Can you tell her to hit me? Can this thing stop? Hold on. Tell her. I can't hit her. Can you tell her hit me so I can post and tell people I was on taking the test and stuff. I seen she got backlash and stuff. Hey, I think again there's another text after. Says, hey, babes, man, I posted an interview and they flipped. Shaking my head, my backup page at Body Blazer LC. So that's why my page was suspended. So I'm working on it. Okay, yes, everyone's going in on me about it. And I was like, Johnny said nothing. Because it was meant to be obviously a collusion. You're meant to work together. So, and then Shade Room speaks out following Johnny Blaze speaks out following her recent interview with Meghan James. Johnny shares she only uses marijuana and is instructed to prove it. Girl, you hit me up like 511 times to be interviewed, and you wanted to take the drug test. It was actually your idea, and we was keying the entire interview, and this was your response. Lol, this is why I don't do people favors. And I can understand where Meghan James has come from. If I did you a blood clot favor, you better come out and tell people that this is what happened. But the reality of the situation is also too the reason why you accepted it, because you wanted the viral moment. Unfortunately, the viral moment actually backfired on you, Meghan James. But we're going to talk about that in a second or two. Hey boo, Johnny asked me to reach out. She said y'all was supposed to interview but don't know what happened. I just talked to her. Okay, you in Atlanta? Yeah. Okay. Oh, okay. I'll be out there Friday. I'll be here. I've got a house here now, so you can come by if you want. So this is probably a text between a friend and her having a conversation. And then this is Meghan James as well. I think this was a comment on one of the videos. Y'all are always quick to say something, but y'all, oh my God. I'm gonna skip past that because I can't be doing that English again. Because we just read that. But she went on to say, so upon dropping a single with Neo, she asked me again. I was like, cool, we can promote it on a podcast. Johnny came up with a drug test idea herself because she wanted to clear her name, and she knew it would go viral if I asked if she was really a crackhead. So I asked, but because I don't care. It was her idea. That's fair. I wasn't being disrespectful or mean. Johnny basically produced this entire segment. Both of us were drunk, and I had been on the set 5 hours at a time. So the fact that she's playing victim is crazy to me. Swipe for receipts. She even hit up somebody because she felt bad about the backlash because it was her idea. Lol. Like, girl, you weird. In the videos here, you can see we kikiing pre-interview. And why wasn't y'all this mad at Judge Mathis? As far as the makeup artist, she wasn't my makeup artist, and she wasn't a part of my staff. I didn't know her name. She just so happened to be on set with Johnny that day. Now, let me be very, very, very real with you, and I understand where Meghan James is coming from.
Your
right?
ex-boyfriend said that you was a crackhead, basically, right?
Yeah, probably his daddy is, but that's about it.
Okay, so I brought a drug test for you today. Wait, how long have you been clean?
3.5 years.
And so you only smoke weed?
Pretty much.
Okay, guys, so Johnny is going to prove to us today that she is no longer a crackhead. Okay, and she
come with me?
I don't want to come with you.
I'm just saying.
Do you want to go? You want to go pee with her? Okay, so our makeup artist on set, what's your name? Bree, the makeup artist, is gonna go with Johnny to take this drug test because she says she is not a crackhead anymore.
You know.
Now, what's really wild about this situation is they're both to blame. Let me tell you why. Two dummies in a room, you're gonna get dumb results. Listen, and it's dummy because you thought this would go viral, and it did go viral, but you didn't account for the fact that how this is what characters you're actually going to play. Meghan James is also annoyed because obviously she's getting backlash, but the reality is you got reputation already. People think you're a mean girl already. So you doing this is further enhancing that reputation. Don't get mad now that you're getting backlash because you already have a reputation of being a bit of a mean girl. So don't try to now be angry at the fact that you're being portrayed exactly how you wanted to be portrayed. Think about what you're telling me here, Meghan James. You're telling me you want us not to get annoyed at the fact that we think you're a mean girl when you presented yourself as a mean girl as your character. What do you want me to do about it, baby? You got me standing up on all two legs, getting stressed about the fact that you have a problem with the character you created, baby. And now you're getting the dumb prizes from the dumb behavior that you guys actually did together. It was dumb. This idea of then trying to do this drug test, you thought it would go viral and be like, oh, everyone's gonna be like, oh my God. And unfortunately, no one went, oh my God. Everyone was like, this is nuts. Why would you ask her to do a drugs test on live? And then the next part, which I think people really were stressed about, forget the drugs test, is you calling her consistently a crackhead. It's like you enjoyed it. It's like you liked calling her a crackhead consistently. The video goes on a little bit longer and she kept on calling her a crackhead. And I'm like, yo, that's a little bit disrespectful. I ain't gonna lie to you, low key, that's a little bit disrespectful. And that's what Johnny came out and said after. There was that the only issue that she had was the crackhead comments. So let's have a look at what she said. Right? You know me, I'm gonna quote what they said in the thing, and Johnny Blaze responds to the Meghan James, you use clickbait that backfired. So Johnny Blaze is here. There's a conversation I think between the two of them. And let's have a look. She says, I think there's a text, and I don't know if she's in grey. I don't know who's in grey, but it says that we was kiki in the entire interview, and this was a response. Lol, this is why I don't do people favors. This must be Meghan James, because it comes down to returning them. Nobody ever has our back. Lol, IMS, just take down your interview completely. No, I think she's not saying IMS. I think she's saying something. Just take down your interview completely, and it can just live on the shade room. And what we blogs posted it yesterday. Okay, Meghan, what do you want me to say? I didn't say nothing wrong. I said what you did. Y'all want me to. The English is killing me, bro. Meghan, what do you want me to say? I didn't say nothing wrong. I said what did y'all want me to. I asked to do the interview. This had nothing to do with anything. Okay, all right. So then Johnny, I think Body Blazer LLC. I don't mind taking a test. You're upset at me because you use that part as clickbait and it backfires. I called whoever that is to ask for an interview and I didn't beg. I asked you and you told me that you can't interview me yet because I had an interview with someone else on the same station. So because I said I didn't know smoking weed was a problem, you assume I'm speaking on you. The answer was for people coming at me, but instead you upset because you used for clickbait. Stop the cap. I said for a fact, I ain't mind taking a test. I said you didn't offend me and went on live and said you are a sweet person. So freaking lax. Now I added that little bit extra in there just to make it a bit spicy. And I don't give an F about you trying to fight me because we really know the real. Okay, I don't know the real. I'm guessing I've heard that, old girl's a bit of a fighter still. So I'd be careful about trying to get into a fight with Madam Blaze. I don't mind the interview. I ain't beg you. By the way, this is receipts that she posted. I don't mind the interview. I ain't beg you. You used a clickbait that backfired. I didn't mind the drug test. It's a crackhead word that blew me because I chose not to swing because we have 8+ years being cool. Now, here's my thing. Johnny Blaze, you should have let her know that crackhead thing was a mad thing. I'm so sorry. Should have let her know. All right. She did her job a little bit too good. Sorry, know the difference of what I agreed on. That's very true too. If I agreed on doing a test, that's what it should have been. If you start calling me a crackhead, we didn't agree on that, you're moving mad. Like I said, these are two people that shouldn't have been doing this in the first place. Lastly, you can't box, so I know the real. Are they trying to get a little fight thing going? Is this meant to be a boxing fight situation? Is this meant to be a money grab? Because I'm tired of these things. I'm tired of people doing fake cars beef just to get into a boxing ring. Because motherfucker, I ain't paying the pay-per-view to watch you fight. I know some people will, but I ain't. Sad part about it is I felt we was cool, didn't kid. The test it was the crackhead constantly said, you're not showing messages of me begging you to be out. You're not showing me... You're not showing messages of me begging you to be out your mind, little girl. Oh man, the English is really not English in today. I didn't mind the test. It's a crackhead name that got me hot, but she said on the video she broke. So what you think would have happened? Okay. Listen, let me give my final thoughts on this and let's round this up because I'm tired of this. Look. Let's keep it a buck and let's keep it real, yeah? Two people doing dumb things, trying to go viral. You wanted to do a drug test in general, Johnny Blaze, on live. And then you, Meghan James, taking your job way too seriously and calling your friend, quote, supposedly a good friend of yours, or at least a friend or an acquaintance, at least, and then calling them a crackhead. Yes, it's going to cause issues if you didn't agree on that. And the name calling is going to incite violence. And the fact they didn't turn to violence, hey, apparently is really good because Johnny is usually a fly off the handle kind of person. But the reality of the situation is this was two dumb idiots doing dumb things, right? Wanting to go viral, wanting to make content that circulates the world. I'm sick and tired of seeing these kind of contents of both men and women just doing stuff to be viral. It's like, yo, have you got good content? it's gonna go viral eventually. You know what I mean? I mean, I'm still waiting for mine to go viral on YouTube, but you know what it is. You know what I'm saying? You know what it is. I mean, I've been viral on TikTok a couple of times still, but you know, viral on YouTube don't be happening. But the real situation is that, you know, again, we have to be honest and truthful, right? Okay, it was a dumb idea from both of you. All right, both of you sit your asses down and work this out behind the scenes. We don't need to know this fight's happening behind the scenes, in front of the TV in front and on the net. We don't need to know. And please get someone to help you with the English. It's killing me, both of you. The English is not even